I swear y'all, this is turning into a musical DIY video. Y'all better be here for it. Hey y'all, it's Fortune Frankly and welcome to Fortune Frankly Fridays, where we do DIY home decor and more. Today we're doing another DIYing the Zodiac video, and this is the Virgo edition. In this series, we take a sign from the Western Zodiac and make DIYs someone who identifies with that sign would like. But let's be clear, this is not just for the Virgos. Okay, you can enjoy this too even if you're not a Virgo. I'm enjoying these too. I am not a Virgo. That being said, this video is dedicated to all my Virgo viewers out there, whether you're a subscriber or not. That includes you, Beyonce. I see you. Okay. Virgo season is from August 23rd to September 22nd. On the positive side, Virgos are known for being very consistent, patient, and very meticulous in the way that they do things. On the other hand, they can be known for being kind of judgmental and very critical of other people, but also of themselves. And they're kind of known for being a little uptight. Now, of course, these are generalizations, but you didn't hear that last one from me. Some famous Virgos include Felix from Stray Kids. Cut that out, cut that out. Tom and Bill Kaulitz from Tokyo Hotel. I cannot overstate how big of a Tokyo Hotel fan I was in like 2007. People who know me from that time will confirm. Don't ask them though. And we've mentioned her a couple times already, and if y'all didn't know, Beyonce knows Carter is the Virgo. So now that you know a little bit more about Virgos, it's time for our DIYs. Let's get started. For this first DIY, we're making a candle holder. Now you've probably seen this design before already as like actual candle and not a candle holder. So we're gonna be innovating a little bit over here. But most importantly, this candle is for the Virgos who need to chill. For this project, you'll need a mold, plaster, cold water, a drill with appropriate drill bits, paint, and some candles. Starting with my mold, I'm just gonna turn it inside out, and we're gonna spray it a little bit with some cooking spray. This is something you use, on your pots and pans in the kitchen, but this will help us remove the plaster from the mold without any issues. What was that? You looking at my trash? Yes, I ate those little chocolates. Yes, they were good. No, I don't feel bad about it. Carry on. And I'm gonna move that to the side while I work on mixing my plaster. Now you basically mix this 1-to-1 for plaster to water kind of ratio. The consistency on like a brownie batter mix basis should be more on the cake-like side than a fudgy side. Meaning it shouldn't be that thick. It should flow pretty well out of the cup. I'm gonna let this sit for about a day or two just to make sure it's all dry. And if you wanna tap it and like bounce it on your table to get rid of the air bubbles, please do that. I didn't do that all the way, but it still looks cute, it has character. And once it's dry, we're just gonna pull apart the mold and remove the plaster from it. Oh my gosh, super cute. This is really for glass, and I would recommend using something else actually, but I went in with this first to kind of create a hole, but then I used this other kind of drill bit that would actually like dig out the hole itself. It's usually for wood, but it works great in this case. Now this may be a little trial and error, but you have a hole, you have a candle to go into the hole, and that's it. Again, you want to make sure your plaster is really dry before doing this. If not, it will start to crumble. And once you have a hole big enough for your candle, make sure to clean it out because we're going to start painting. Now I'm going to mix some paint colors to paint this. I want it to be a blue kind of color. That's what I'm going for, like a periwinkle. I painted the whole thing, kind of stippling in between where the circles meet to make sure to get in all those cracks and crevices. Once you paint it, I would recommend putting some type of Mod Podge over it with whatever type of finish you want. If for some reason the hole in your candle holder is too big, you can put a piece of modeling clay in the middle like I did here. Long story short, I did not like this color, so I ended up spray painting it with this chalk paint in Serenity Blue. And here's how it turned out. For DIY numero dos, we are modifying a pair of earrings. Now, because Virgo is an earth sign, I wanted to do something that was literally from nature, and I thought this was a good way to put that nature on display. And this would also be like a good conversation piece for anybody. If you get a compliment on these earrings, you can say, oh, I made it. Or you can say, oh, I made it and I was inspired by Fortune Frankly. You should definitely check out her YouTube channel. She does DIY home decor and more. Oh my gosh. For this project, you'll need earrings with some sort of space in the middle, a small piece of wax paper, epoxy resin, and things to go inside your earrings like flowers, leaves, and maybe even some glitter. Starting with my flowers, I actually cut these from the front yard. I'm gonna cut them down a little bit so that they fit within the earring. They kind of like disassembled like a transformer or something, but I was able to salvage a couple of pieces so that they can go in my earring. Now I'm gonna mix some resin. You've seen me done this on the channel a couple of times. If you haven't, go back and watch my videos. What are you doing? And just mix part A, part B in equal 1-to-1 ratio. Add in anything you want into your resin to give it some pizzazz. I added some gold glitter. And now you can pour a little bit of this resin in between the middle of your earring. Make sure not to fill it up yet because we're going to put a little bit more. And make sure it's spread around the earring and that it kind of encapsulates the whole earring on the inside. Now you can put your flower or whatever you want in the middle. Make sure you kind of press it down and place it exactly where you want it, and then pour a little bit more resin on top. Make sure the resin is spread out evenly. It's okay if it goes outside the earring because we'll clean that up. And totally optional, but you can burst some of the air bubbles in the resin with a little bit of heat. Now I'm gonna let these dry for at least 24 hours, and then I'm gonna take them off of my wax paper. Now the resin made these flowers turn green, but like, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I thought the pink was very vibrant and very like, wow. But you know, green is nature, green is earth, green is life. I'm not a chemist, but I do know about a little chemical reactions like AJ and Ali said. When chemicals react. I swear y'all, this is turning into a musical DIY video. Y'all better be here for it. Did you know that you can cut resin? I did not know this. I was like, how am I gonna clean this up? I have no clue. We went elementary school. I just decided to cut it. Cut it, cut it. So you're just really gonna snip off all of the excess all around your earring and you're good to go. For our third and final project, we are making some coasters. This will appeal to some Virgo sensibilities, to have a place for everything, to keep furniture pristine and clean and organized. So let's just say that you better not be putting your cup on the bare table. Watermarks? Who's that? We don't know her. For this project, you'll need 3 sheets of cork, contact paper, wood glue, and paint. Starting with my cork sheets, I'm gonna make 2 coaster designs, and I'm just gonna use a Sharpie to draw them onto one of my cork sheets. This looks like a flipped version of the African content, you know, I'm black, and it just came out naturally. But literally you can make these coasters whatever shape you want. And then you just cut these shapes out. Now we're gonna use these shapes to trace out the same design on the other 2 pieces of cork sheets that we have. Once you have all of yours cut out, you can remove the adhesive from the back if it does have it and glue them together using some wood glue. Don't worry if they aren't properly aligned, we'll take care of that a little bit later. Once you have yours glued together, I would suggest weighing them down with something. I use some paint cans, but you can use literally whatever. Some books, your neighbor, a car. The possibilities are endless over here. Once the glue has dried down, you can cut out the edges just to make sure all of the layers are even. And then you can paint the edge with your choice of paint color. Something that probably matches your contact paper would be good, or something that contrasts really well with it. Now, taking the contact paper, I'm gonna remove some of the adhesive backing, just lay my coasters on there to see, and I'm gonna glue them also using the wood glue in the same manner that I glued the layers. Then I'm gonna cut them out and give them some time to dry again under some weight. Now you can leave them like this, but for an extra layer of protection, I'm gonna spray them with some Mod Podge. Now this is the extra glossy, super high shine Mod Podge, but you can use any type of sealer that you want, and this will give it extra protection to withstand any of the kind of liquids that you're putting on your coaster. And there you have it, your very own coasters. Alright, welcome back. Alright, now I want to hear from my Virgos. Are these things that you would like as a gift, or maybe something you would make yourself? While y'all doing that, I'll tell you my favorite project from this video has to be the candle holder. Now, like I said, the design is very popular as a candle, but I kind of wanted to do something a little different and give it some height. And it really matches one of the rooms I'm making over here. Stay tuned. What was your favorite project from this video, and what is one that you would DIY yourself? If you're feeling lucky, you can go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. And if you're not feeling lucky, I'm so sorry, but I hope to see you again in the near future. I hope everyone is staying safe out there, and as always, thanks for watching.